Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is a comedic fantasy adventure film inspired by the legendary role-playing game beloved by worldwide audiences. In this video, we'll look at one scene where exposition is cleverly communicated through comedic story beats. Per usual, there will be spoilers to the film, so I recommend checking it out before proceeding further. As a general story overview, the film follows a bard, Edgin Darvis, played by Chris Pine, who partners with barbarian Holga Kilgore, played by Michelle Rodriguez, as they plot to retrieve Edgin's long-lost daughter Kira from a former team member turned nemesis named Forge Fitzwilliam. Edgin and Holga join forces with a budding sorcerer named Simon and a Telfling druid named Doric as they stumble in and out of misadventures on their way to infiltrating Forge's reign over the town of Neverwinter. Along the way, the team of misfits discover that they have to dig up corpses of Holga's ancestors in a cemetery and then magically reanimate them in order to learn crucial information about a helmet that will help them in their quest. It's this scene where the pursuit of this expositional information is hidden in comedic exchanges between the protagonists and the reanimated corpses. When the scene starts off, there are a few quickly edited inserts of shovels digging into dirt and coffin covers being removed. The rhythm of these visual beats help cue us into the comedic timing of the scene. As Edgin prepares to meet with the first corpse, Simon lays out the rules of magic for reawakening the corpse. This helps us as the audience to understand what to expect, and setting up these expectations becomes reference points where the comedy bounces off. Simon explains that the corpse will get reanimated, and then they can ask it 5 questions before the corpse will fall, never to be reanimated again. His exposition here is helped by Doric asking why 5 questions, and then Simon says he doesn't know, and Doric responds back with, seems arbitrary. Edgin cuts in with, can we get on with this please, which puts a button on the Simon-Doric exchange, and then takes us into the next part of the scene. Simon tries to magically reanimate the corpse with a spell, but it doesn't move at first. The filmmakers play with timing here with this delay, and then the corpse jumps up, catching Simon off guard. This playing of timing keeps us on the edge for comedy as well as making the delivery of exposition more entertaining in the next story beats. The scene starts to play with a rhythm of establishing a story beat, then following it up with a joke, another story beat, then another joke. We see Edgin kneeling next to the corpse, asking the first question. Then after the corpse responds, Edgin excitedly responds with a line that plays as comedy, mixing his enthusiasm for getting closer to the goal with his empathy toward the corpse's death. Edgin tells the corpse, not great for you, sorry for your loss. Then, more comedy ensues as Edgin turns to ask the team if there are 4 more questions, which the corpse then responds with a yes, meaning Edgin just wasted a question. He stumbles again, asking his team if that counted as a question, which the corpse then responds with another yes. Edgin then tells the corpse to only answer when he is speaking to it, adding an okay with a question mark at the end, turning it into another question. This quick succession of 3 comedic lines leads to Edgin burning up 3 questions right away, leaving only 1 more to ask. And then Simon directs a question to Edgin. Why did you add an okay to the end of that? The audience is set up to expect Edgin to respond here, but the corpse actually responds with, I didn't, creating a funny story beat where the corpse finally dies and falls back into the grave. This means that Edgin and the team have wasted all of their 5 questions without getting any further with the corpse. So in this short exchange, the rules of magic for the scene are quickly established, as well as the comedic dynamic of the team. We see that Edgin and his teammates are frequently their own worst enemies, and their mishaps are used as a cover for exposition, so we can quickly learn about how this world works.